You wanted to meet the team, you're facing with 10 opponents. I'm the truest son of the Demon King, erasing Meliodas, cause he would just leave the family tree. Betraying me is still hopeless when I'm keeping the piety. You'll be enslaved with hypnosis. The goal is killing the sins I'm sitting up there with the throne is. I'll do it alone if the others opposed to your power, even as cirrhosis. I'm the coldest with the swordplay, and I may be a little short, but just ask my dad. God power, here's my forte.
What is going on, Demon Clan? It is your boy Team Demon King Reacts, and I am back today with another video. I don't know why I started just now. We're continuing on with the Shredder trial, so let's keep it short and let's continue with Exhibit B or C.
What's that?
Okay, Exhibit C.
Exhibit C. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit C. The worst father of all time.
Question mark?
Yep. I have dedicated an entire exhibit to explain to you why this man is one of the shittiest dads I've ever seen. Now, is he worse than this nigga? Hell no. At least Shredder technically loved his kid. But the amount of abuse he makes his 15-year-old daughter go through will make you want to pick up the phone and call CPS in a heartbeat. So, example 1. Now, we already know that he trained his daughter to be an assassin and do dirty work for him. And we know very well that Shredder does not tolerate failure. So one day she came back from a mission and she...
Doesn't that count as an assault? That counts as an assault charge, right? Technically?
She's just doing her regular routine, coming in and showing respect for her dad. Daddy, I have completed the mission. But Shredder told her,
Right. I heard you had the chance to kill one of them nigga turtles, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So tell me, why the fuck their bodies are not in front of me right now?
They escaped, duh. So they kept on arguing. And it got to a point where Karai decided to be a smartass. While he kept on yelling at her about how she let them escape, she yapped back at this nigga and told him, they escaped from you, didn't they? And this nigga snapped. He yelled at her like,
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
So he came down and told her,
Next time you ever open your fat ass mouth like that again, I will close that shit permanently. You understand me, little girl?
I understand, father.
Now fuck up my face and go kill them green niggas.
Yo, what is up with this head shape? Is that... What is happening here with her anatomy? Who designed her character? Like, I'm literally trying to look at my screen right now. And sorry if I'm talking too loud. Let me lower the mic volume. But what is happening here? What is going on with this chrome dome? What the actual fuck, bro? I can't tell if this is... Like, what is this? Like... What on earth?
Like, dog, terrible. Now add all that on to example 2, his selfishness. This man don't give a fuck about nothing else than killing Splinter, even over his daughter's priorities. Swear to God, she came in one day and told him, Dad, life is lifing right now, and I'm just not mentally here anymore.
Little girl, do you think I give a flying fuck about your mental right now? The only thing you need to be thinking mentally right now is how to kill that fat ass trifling rat. Now get the step in and make daddy proud.
Yes, father. Again, terrible nigga. Example 3, using his daughter as a test subject. So Shredder made a deal with the Krang to make him robotic foot soldiers. So guess who he decided to test them out on? Karai. He straight up had these niggas come in her room and jump her. And they did not hold back. They was programmed to kill her. So while she was fighting for her life, getting jumped by Terminators, one of them grabbed her and started crushing her wrist. And they was about to kill her. Until Shredder finally stopped them. So he walks in yapping like,
Looks like these robots are deadlier than expected.
So Karai was like, oh my God, I thought they were gonna kill me. But you wouldn't let them do that to me, right, Dad? And this nigga looked at her dead in the face and said,
You should be lucky the skills that I taught you over the years bailed you out. If not for my skills, we'd be having a funeral for you tomorrow.
Yeah, for real. CPS. Come get this man. Come get this man right now. There is no way you sent robots to run your daughter's... Okay. to run. I can't really say because that's not his daughter. So his kidnap somebody that's not. I don't know. Really can't. I don't know. I can't. I don't know a term. I don't know a term to call her. You can't. I'll just say her name, Karai. You cannot have robots spin Karai's block, and then be like, and then she asks you like, "Hey, would you have let these robots kill me?" And be like, "Oh, shit, like I taught you all the skills, you know, so you kind of like, you know, you should be grateful that you didn't. I taught you well, you know." That's just crazy.
Example number 4, denying the truth. So over time, Karai did some digging, and she ended up figuring out that Splinter was her actual dad. Because that photo that she always be looking at of her mom was ripped in half. And when she went to go see Splinter, he had the full photo of him and his wife.
Lord have mercy.
So this basically explained that the only photo that this man Shredder gave her was a picture that he ripped in half because Splinter was in it. Nah, bro, this is the pettiest nigga I have ever seen. Nigga said, oh yeah, I'll give you a picture of your mom, but first let me carefully cut this bitch ass nigga out of it. Oh my God. So she goes back to Shredder and she just straight up told him,
"You're not my dad!"
And he walked down and told her,
Damn, took you long enough.
That is crazy, bro. He didn't even try to lie. He just said, "Oh well, you know, too late. You know, damage is already done." I bet her mental state would be like Azula level cracked, because just like, bro, you've been living a lie. Your childhood, everything you've known, or your childhood was stolen. Like, oh man, your world is just shattered now.
Dr. Claw, take her to the dungeon.
so this man just locked her up in a cell. So then the next day, he came back and said,
Karai, even though Splinter is your biological father, I am still your father at the end of the day, because I simply couldn't let you be raised by that piece of shit rat. Hopefully one day you come to realize I did this for your own safety.
like, bro, this man is really trying to justify kidnapping her when she was a baby. This man is so in the head, it's insane. So a bit of time passed and she ended up escaping, and she decided, I'm gonna sneak this man. But Shredder was already 2 steps ahead of her. He had a whole decoy in his throne. But then he comes out the corner like,
Little girl, did you really think that you could sneak the nigga that taught you how to sneak niggas in the first place?
but Karai was not trying to hear that lecture. She threw a smoke bomb and instantly dived in. But she was just hitting air the entire time. This nigga Shredder truly had ultra instinct. So then she tries to stab him, but he catches the sword. Then he tells her,
Foolish child, I taught you everything I know, little nigga, so I know your every move.
so then he backhands her like my dad did when I said my first cuss word in front of him. Still did.
Bro, hey, CJ, we in the same boat, bro. We in the same boat, bro.
This day, I will never cuss in front of my parents. So then he pins her down, and it was over. All the lights turned on in the base, and he whooped her ass in front of the whole Foot Clan. So after beating her ass, he ends up doing one of the worst things any Shredder has ever done. And that leads us into example 5. He decided to hang her over a giant mutagen pit so he could use her as bait for Splinter and the Turtles. This was so absurd. Tiger Claw, his right-hand man, was like, my nigga, hanging your own kid is crazy, not gonna lie.
Quiet, nigga. She will be perfectly fine. Isn't that right, my precious honey bun?
So Splinter and the Turtles pull up, and Splinter and Shredder start having a child custody battle over Karai. This shit went from TMNT to an episode of Paternity Court. But while they was fighting, some footbots end up wrapping up Splinter and pinning him down. So while that was happening, Leonardo tried to jump up and save Karai. But this man Shredder jumped up to try to hit him, but he hits the chain, and Karai gets dropped in a pit of mutagen. So she ended up getting turned into a mindless serpent. And Shredder's just looking at her like, so guess what's the first thing this bastard does? He runs down to Splinter and immediately,
If he blames him for that, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Bro, that was I'm yelling. But bro, that was your fault. Everything up to this point is your fault. The only thing that's not your fault is, well, you got rejected by the girl you wanted because she made that decision. But bro, you cannot. This is like, you have no accountability. You are taking no accountability. And I hope that they change Karai back, because that is a fucked up thing to happen to her. What was our generation on? First we seen Baxter Stockman get mutilated up to the point where he was just a brain and eyes, and now we're seeing that a little girl get kidnapped, and then when she learns the truth, she gets turned into a mindless fish. What were these writers? Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I'm grateful that I grew up in the era of great cartoons and everything, but holy fuck, this shit is dark.
Immediately starts blaming him, yelling at him, saying,
Hamato Yoshi, you did this!
Run his fade. Run his fade.
Nigga, oh my God. This motherfucker is allergic to taking accountability.
Thank you, CJ.
If we look at the instant replay, we can clearly see your big, brolicky, muscular ass hit the chain and drop your daughter in that pit of shit. And you start blaming Splinter. Okay, nigga. So I guess we just gonna blame him for everything now. We gonna blame him for taking your bitch, killing your ex, then dropping your daughter in a deadly pit of mutagen. But it's all Splinter's fault, right? Unbelievable. But if you didn't think it could get worse than this, let's go into our final example of Father of the Year. Example 6, brainwashing your daughter. So when he got Karai back, after finding her in the streets being a wild serpent, he decided, my daughter's been a little disobedient lately. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna brainwash her so I can control her. So that's what he did. He started putting mind control worms in her brain so he could control her every move and take away her free will.
What the fuck? I thought yesterday was bad. Let me stop yelling. I thought yesterday was bad. But this right here is irredeemable. There is nothing you cannot say to me to convince this man that everything he done or anything he's done up to this point is justified. Everything is his fault. You take somebody's free, God-given free will away. Bro, somebody pack this man. Please pack this man up. Bro, and another thing, why didn't nobody look for this girl while she was in the streets as a serpent? That's bad part of Hamato Yoshi or Master Splinter. Bro, you cannot be serious. You cannot be... No. Oh, man. I'm angry, bro. I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm literally pissed. We're not even halfway through the video.
Lord have mercy. First ballot Hall of Famer in the Worst Dads Hall of Fame. The Shredder Trials.
Okay. All right. Because I want to keep watching, but I'm so like conflicted right now and angry. The fact that Karai, like, she finds that her childhood was a lie. She was kidnapped. The person who raised her isn't her father. And then once she finds out the truth, she gets turned into a snake. And then when she gets turned into a snake, she gets her body back, and then she gets her free will taken. Bro, I'm gonna watch a little bit more. Yeah.
Exhibit D. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit D. Planetary devastation.
You fucking what, mate? You fucking what, mate? Planetary devastation. I mean, shout out to Naruto. Hey, I like the Naruto reference. But, huh?
Yeah, we are now past the halfway point in this trial, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know this right now. Everything after this point is just completely outrageous, if you didn't already think so in the first place. Now, before we get to this man's planetary level feat, we have to go over some more horrific things this man has done. So, our first case in Exhibit D is his mutilation spree. Now, we already know he decided to turn his daughter into a flesh-eating snake hybrid. secret, but Karai wasn't the only person he decided to mutate. Matter of fact, there's 3 others. And our first victim is somebody we all know very well.
I bet it's Baxter Stockman. I bet it's Baxter Stockman. If it's Baxter Stockman, I'm finna be punching the air, bro.
Good old Baxter.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I want to turn this shit off. I'm hot. I'm literally.
Stockman. Yeah, this nigga can't catch a break. It don't matter what iteration it is. Each variant of this motherfucker just gets violated. And this one is quite possibly his worst fate. So Stockman in this universe was captured by the Foot because he was trying to steal some of Shredder's goods. So Shredder decided to put his brain to use and basically make this man, well, quite literally, a slave. And if he f***ed up, well, he can just ask what happened to his 2003 counterpart. So
It's crazy that I just referenced that earlier. That's not funny. But bro, why? Is that just multiversal fate? You just fated to be slave. I was gonna say slave. Shredder's slave or whatever. That's terrible. That sucks. That's a sucky existence.
So in obvious Baxter Stockman fashion, this man fails multiple times miserably. So Shredder had enough. He put a collar on him with mutagen vials attached to it. And if he pissed him off one more time, he would set it off. So one fateful night, he walked up to bro and said,
You nappy-headed Smash Bros cut-ass nigga, what the fuck is this?
But Master Shredder, this is my duck human concept. It can swim, fly, it even knows Taekwondo. Come on, Master, you gotta see the vision.
Hit it with the bullshit, nigga!
So he smashed all of his shit everywhere and tells him,
You have failed me for the last time!
so he pulls out the trigger and is about to detonate it. So Stockman was begging for dear life, but Shredder didn't care. He clicked it. So the timer started going off and this man started panicking, running around.
What in the Jigsaw shit, bro? That's what it took me a while, but I don't think I could watch anymore. I'm disgusted, and every fiber of my being is disgusted. I'm starting to think like I'm glad I didn't watch this, because I would have stayed away from this. This shit is pissing me off. This man is diabolical. I thought Ultron Shredder was bad, but I'm starting to think that this Shredder is the worst.
Running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So the timer stops beating and Shredder just walks away. And Stockman thinks he has been spared, but that was far from what was about to happen. The vials burst all over him. Pause. But yeah, mutagen was all over his body. And Stockman's fate, this man got turned into a fly. Like, bro, what is this? Out of all the animals, a fly? Insane work, bro. Then Shredder came down saying,
Look at you now, you disgusting, nasty fuck. Now be a good little housefly, or I will swat your black ass and put your guts on display. Now take some chocolate, fuck nigga.
Buzz. Yes, Master Shredder. So after he made Stockman his first victim, he decided to mutate 2 more victims. And that was none other than Rocksteady and Bebop. Now, he decided to mutate them because A, they stole his helmet one day and tried to sell it on the black market, and B, they kidnapped Karai when she was a mindless serpent and used her as ransom. These boys were just asking for a death sentence.
Yeah.
So when they finally captured them, this man Shredder came up and he could have just killed them right here. But instead, he decided to be merciful. He said,
You niggas are going to amuse me. Throw them in the pit!
so first was Bebop, and in all honesty, he deserves it for rocking this whack-ass mohawk. Like, dog, what the hell is this? No fade or nothing, not even a hairline. So he gets thrown into the pit, and he starts tweaking out in there. Niggas started hitting the SIMP squash my pants. Then they smack Rocksteady's big ass in there. And Shredder's just watching this with joy in his face right now.
Are they gonna combine? Are they gonna freaking fuse? please, please.
Look at this sick individual just loving every second of this shit. So when they came out, Bebop got turned into a ugly ass warthog and Rocksteady a fat ass rhino. So they tried to retaliate because they was obviously mad as hell. So first up was Bebop. Nigga came in spinning on some Michael Jackson shit. Just for Shredder to speed blitz this man and break his ribs. Nigga on his knees looking like he just ate 3 a.m. Taco Bell. Then floodgates is about to open. So then Rocksteady charges at this man, but he blocks it, grabs him by the horn, sweeps him, then rolls this fat ass rhino like a bowling ball. Nah, bro, this is actually insane. Y'all know how much rhinos weigh, right? Rocksteady is a white rhino. That motherfucker is at least 5,000 pounds. And he just casually rolled this nigga like a bowling ball. So yeah, after he mutated them, he then beat them into submission. And now they had to work for him for the rest of their lives. And with that, we wrap up our little mutilation case. Now, Case 2 of Exhibit D, the 1v8. Now, Shredder has had multiple fights with the Turtles, and to be quite honest with you, the result of every fight is usually the same as always. Shredder beats the living dog crap out of them until they are on the brink of death and have to retreat. But this one, however, though, was a little bit more nastier than usual, because instead of just fighting 4 turtles, this man got jumped by a total of 8 mutants and lived to tell the tale. Now this is actually insane. First off, the other 4 mutants that are with the turtles are the mute animals. These 4 consist of Slash, an oversized turtle that is built like Bowser, Leatherhead, a ginormous mutant gator straight out of Florida, a telekinetic monkey, and this pigeon nigga. I don't know what the fuck this is, to be honest with you. But them and the turtles had this man Shredder surrounded. So logically thinking, you see this and you're like, oh my God, it's over for Shredder. This man's about to get jumped. No, quite the opposite exactly. This man started laying hands on all 8 of these niggas. Did you just see what he just did to that fat ass gator? He picked up this 1,000-pound gator and just slammed him. This man is a Florida man. And just look at him. He hasn't even moved from the same spot. Pause and replay. He just grabbed that nigga pigeon out of the air mid-attack, chucked him across the room while still getting jumped and surviving psychic attacks. So he starts laying the feet and the hands on their ass. Replay again. Look at what he just did to Caesar. Nigga whipped his leg back, had this nigga in the spinal position, and his eyes are popping out of his sockets right now. Then throws this curious monkey along with Michelangelo and Donatello. So right after that, the heavyweights come up and try to sneak him, but Shredder hit these boys with the shing, shing, shing. Sent these boys.
Yo, when you see that animation, that's some dastardly. That means some dastardly happened.
But wait, make some room, because here comes Nigga Pigeon. I don't even know where bro came from. He just flew out of nowhere. So while Shredder continued to fight Leonardo and Raphael in the same spot, by the way, this man has not moved away from this circle once. He ends up knocking both of them out, and this man just won a 1v8 with relative ease. He didn't even break a sweat, and he didn't move from the circle once. Like, that is insane. And the only reason they all ended up living after this is because a statue fell on them. And you best believe they was out of there. It may have been a 1v8, but this was a losing battle. So when they finally got Shredder out of the rubble, this man just stood there for a second just to charge up his scream. And then he just let it all out. This man was pissed. The nigga turtles got bailed out once again. But anyways, charge-wise, to sum it up, that's like 8 attempted murders, along with the child abuse and the animal abuse. Like, good God, bro. This man is having a historic roundtable run. So now we get to the point where this man put the entire planet at risk multiple times. And we started off with case 3.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here because I want to save the rest for it's probably Sunday when I'm off again. So if you guys like this video and you guys want to see part 3, please consider liking and subscribing to join the Demon Clan. We're pushing to 330 subscribers. I would appreciate it if you guys commented and liked the video to push this video into the algorithm. And I will see you all in the next one. Deuces.